Joan Holden is an accomplished playwright and writer who will be teaching the art of revision and rewriting. You've seen her work in the parks through the San Francisco Mime Troupe, where she was a writer for 30 years, and she's done many things on stage here at Berkeley Rep. Joan Holden.
This is a class for people who are struggling with writing anything, or who have begun a piece of writing and want to turn it into something else or take it to the next stage. And why I want to teach it, I'll illustrate with a story. A couple of weeks ago in San Francisco, in my neighborhood, I ran into a guy I've known in activist movements that I've been involved in. And he told me he's writing a novel. And he really loves my plays. He really respects my opinion. Would I read it? This is always a hard one. But but because it's about, because it's such a good way to lose friends, you know. But it's about a time and a subject that I was really interested in, so I said yes. And because it's, you know, sort of downtime in January, I actually started reading. And I was pleasantly, chapters 1, 2, 3, I was really pleasantly surprised. I kept turning the page. I kept wanting to read more. I kept wanting to find out what was going to happen. Chapter 4, I began to lose that feeling. Chapter 5, I felt completely at sea. Chapter 6, I had to stop reading. And he emailed me and asked me what I thought. So I said, let's meet for coffee. And I told him that. I told him that I loved the beginning, and he lit up. But then I told him that I got stuck in the middle, and I didn't know where it was going. And I asked him, what story are you telling? What, where is this going? What's going to happen? What's the story? And he said, a man perceives that yuppies are taking over his neighborhood and goes to war against them. And I said, and that's it. That's what happens. That's what he does. And that was exactly the problem. That the character does the same thing over and over and over again. And by the time it's happened 6 times, you're not reading anymore. He had a great idea for the beginning, and the book kept beginning over and over and over again. It's beginning. And I told him that, and his expression changed. He got this expression, you're murdering my child, and said, well, I can't throw out everything I've written because of one reader's opinion. And that's absolutely true. But when you have 12 readers telling you the same thing, then you've got to listen. And when you have 6 readers, maybe, who agree with the first critic, and 6 stout defenders, you've still got to wonder why you have only 6 defenders and 6 critics. Most novice writers have no idea how much any experienced writer rewrites. When I tell people that I can write a scene 20 times before I get it exactly right, they can't believe me, because for them, writing is a pouring forth of expression, and as long as I'm writing and as long as I'm expressing myself, it's happening. But it's happening for you, and it may not be happening for the audience. It may not be happening for the reader. And this class is to help you, if you are at that point, find out what story you're telling or what argument you're making, and make it better. That's all. Thanks.